Hello guys, and welcome to another YouTube video. So today I'll be showing you how to get the best authentic palm nut soup, Ghana style. But we are going to be doing it with a bit of a twist. We are going to be adding some groundnut. So this is what we call Nkateb3 in Ghana. Stay tuned. Alright, so we have over here our proteins. This is some meat and then some chicken. We are going to be washing them thoroughly. I usually like to wash my meat about 3 times to ensure that all the blood and all the nyama things inside are washed out, because I really hate it when I see blood in my food or in my meat. I like to squeeze my meat during the washing process. This ensures that I get rid of as much blood as possible. So this is my first wash. I'll be doing a second wash and a third wash. I'm fetching water from the bowl because if you're in Ghana, you know the water comes in shadows, and so this day they had turned the tap off. I had to make do. I wash my chicken the same way I wash my meat, 3 times, squeezing while I do that. Guys, look at all the blood in the chicken. While I wash, I like to remove the extra fat. I remove as much as I can because we are trying to be healthy, guys. After washing the meat and then getting rid of all the water, we season our meat. This is Miss Cookie. Very good. If you're in Ghana, you should try them out. Their spices are really good. I like to use their dry wrap for meat and stew. We add a bit of salt, then a bit of seasoning cube for that extra flavor. Then I rub in all the spices I added. We do the same for the chicken. Our Miss Cookie dry wrap, our salt, and our seasoning cube. We wrap everything in to ensure that the meat absorbs as much spices as possible, so that when our soup is cooked, our meat will be tasty as well. While we wait for our meat to marinate, let's get started with our soup. I'm going to be boiling some onions, tomatoes, garden eggs, ginger, garlic, and some peppers, just like I'm showing in the video. Add just a bit of water to boil because the tomatoes has a lot of water already. You put on fire to cook for about 15 minutes, and it should be cooked like this. You'd notice the tomatoes had shriveled up and your garden eggs are soft to touch. I let this mixture cool down before I blend. Normally I let it sit for about 15 minutes. I collect everything into my blender and blend till smooth because I'm not going to be sieving it. We're going to be putting our meat on fire. I'll add a bit of water and allow to cook for about 15 minutes. I like to do this so that the spices marinate into the meat really well so that our meat will be tasty when the soup is done. Our meat has been cooking for 15 minutes and I'm going to be adding a palmnut soup base. I prepared this myself at home. If you'd like a video on it, kindly let me know. I grinded up some groundnut, so that's what I was showing. Roasted groundnut, I just add a bit of water. And you need a very powerful blender to blend it as smooth as possible. You pour that in there. Of course, I rinsed my blender and poured it in because no wastage. I then cover up our soup and allow to boil for about 30 minutes. Our soup has been boiling for about 30 minutes. I'm going to be pouring in our tomato puree. That was the tomatoes, garden eggs mixture we cooked earlier. After pouring in my tomato mixture, I like to add in the chicken. I'm adding in the chicken later because it's soft. I didn't use hard chicken in this video. If you add soft chicken from the beginning, your meat is going to mash up in our soup and we don't want that. After adding in all the chicken pieces, I like to bury them into the soup to ensure that they cook well and absorb as much of the soup as possible so that our soup can be very tasty and flavorful. I also go ahead to check for salt. I then leave the soup to cook for another 30 minutes. Our soup has been cooking on medium heat for about 30 minutes and as you can see, it's almost done. When the oil settles on the soup like this, you know your soup is almost ready. You can go ahead to check for salt and add salt to your preference, but if the salt levels are fine with you, you can go ahead and leave your soup for another 5 or 10 minutes before turning it off. Our soup is ready, guys. Thank you so much for watching.